We talked about your documentary and the book called The Black Church, and the Black Church had an undeniable impact in helping President Biden get elected. We're in another election year. What do you see?
Oh, the Democratic nominee cannot win without the power and presence of the Black Church. The Black Church is still the most fundamentally important institution that our people have ever created. And they created it when we were enslaved. And by the way, the Civil War was fought to end slavery, in case anybody asked.
Henry Louis Gates Jr. was being asked by Whoopi that the Black Church is known that if they don't support whoever is the president, whoever is the coming in president, the person will not win. How far is that true for the Democrat? And he said that that's true. The Black Church have a very, according to Henry Louis Jr. and Gates, the Black Church have a very big impact on the election. It has a very big part to play on the Democrat also. So the Black Church was being formed during the Civil War. That was the purpose of why it was being formed during that period, the Civil War, and Black people had no redemption, or they needed help. They needed consolation. They needed a supreme power, which was God. They needed an ultimate power, the Almighty. They needed a power, a supreme power, something which was more than their struggles to help them. And so they ran to God, and that made them more powerful, and that made them to come together, and that made their association to be very stronger. So according to Whoopi, the Black Church is very according to Gates, the Black Church is very influential. The Black Church has a lot to do with the election. So what do you think? Do you agree with what Henry James Gates is talking about? That without the Black Church, whoever is the opponent for the presidential election will not win without their support. So they are very instrumental for the election. Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Let's keep watching and see more.
But I have a surprise for Whoopi. Whoopi was there at the beginning. This is our 10th anniversary, Finding Your Roots, and it's a great day for me. Thank you. But I started this series it was called African American Lives, and I only did African Americans. Wow. And in the first series, I did Oprah, Quincy, Chris Tucker, Bishop T.D. Jakes, and Whoopi, and we didn't have the sophisticated tests that we now use for DNA at that time. And you all know about DNA cousins. Mm-hmm. You have a DNA cousin, dear.
Is it you?
No, I wish it were.
No,
it is Tony Gonzalez is your DNA cousin.
Yeah, it was
the football
player.
Yeah.
There he is. That is your
That's
DNA.
my cousin?
Yeah.
He is
smoking. Smoking.
Wow. I want to come to over for your family dinner.
Yeah.
For both of you, actually.
We'd like to come to your family dinners, Whoopi.
Dr. Gates.
Now, how about that for a Christmas present, huh?
That's nice.
Well, Dr. Gates, congratulations on the 10th season, and you have so many incredible guests. You've got Valerie Bertinelli, Danielle Brooks, Brendan Fraser, and tonight's episode you have Alanis Morissette on.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see she didn't grow up thinking she was Jewish or knowing that she was, and you uncovered that she was. What was something you found that you can share?
Well, I was very interested that Alanis told me that her family did not share the information that they had Jewish heritage until she was 28 years old.
Whoa.
And as an African American, I could sympathize with that, because we all, when you have a child, you have to decide when and how you're going to tell them about slavery. Mm-hmm. You can't just, show them roots when they're 3 years old, right?
Yes.
So her family decided that the details of the Holocaust were so painful, so horrendous, that she didn't need to be, worried about that until she was 28 years old. And she did not know until I had the sad task of telling her that she actually had direct ancestors who perished in the Holocaust. Her grandfather had two brothers who were sent to the Russian front, and they both died in the Holocaust, and she had no idea.
Wow. Well, I will say thank you because I got to trace my family roots and genealogy with you, and my episode will air February 6th. You brought us a clip. I don't even know if I want to take a look, but let's do it. Now you got me crying. That's amazing. In 1867 to register to vote.
And he couldn't even write his name. The X, he signed the document with an X.
Yeah.
Henry Louis Gates Jr. Was trying to talk about Whoopi. He's known for the DNA for the African American, to know their genetics, where they come from. So he came with that. The first people he said he did Whoopi, he did Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he did Oprah. And by then he said they did not have like equipment that they have now, so there was not much to find. But now he said, with now you can discover who is your DNA cousin. So Whoopi's DNA cousin is a guy, the football player, and that's Whoopi's DNA cousin. They talk about Sony. Sony look at her DNA, and she discovered that her DNA lineage, there was one of her ancestor, one who wanted to vote. By then they were not allowing black men to vote. They just started allowing them. So he could not read and write, but he struggled to vote. They almost killed him 9 times. They stopped him not from voting, but he persists. At the 3rd time he voted. So you see, people then were not restricted to vote, but now we can now go out as colored people and vote, yet people don't want to go out. They talk about this lady who has a Jewish background, but the Holocaust was so bad that the parents decided that they will not let them know, because the whole Holocaust was very horrific. So but when she was 20 and decided to do the DNA test on her, Henry Louis discovered that Henry Louis Gates Jr. discovered that she has direct Jewish ancestor, and the father's brother, 2 of his brothers were taken to the Holocaust and they were killed there. So it's a horrific explanation, horrific. So but the parents decided not to tell the children. You imagine such a situation that at that age of 2, at that age of 20, that's when you're knowing your direct ancestry, that you're from Jewish or you're from somewhere which you didn't know, but you grew up in ignorance. So February is coming, which is a Black African month. So she's trying to encourage parents, that the black people, to teach their children about their heritage. It's very important. If you know your heritage, where you come from, that's automatically power. So and I see your own suggestion about this on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share and like the video. Thank you very much, and God bless you.